A letter to God. This is in the syllabus of Class 10 CBSE Board Exam. All the students of Class 10 throughout India and the world would benefit out of this video. Let us understand what this story speaks of. A letter to God. God is the firm faith and trust which in return creates the bondage of relationship. This story, A Letter to God, by G.L. Fuentes, is all about hard life and extreme faith in God of a poor farmer named Lencho, who had lost his crop of corn because of heavy rain and hailstorms. It was the only source of income to fulfill his family's desires. His firm belief that God would help him in such a difficult situation and would not let him and his family die of hunger is what actually provoked him and induced him to write a letter to God for help. The farmer was helped by some kind employees of the post office. Thus, what we learn from this story is that we should have faith in God and never lose hope in adverse situation. Now, the likely questions that can be asked in this chapter: why did Lencho write a letter to God? Lencho's crops, corns, were completely destroyed by the hailstorm, but there was no one to help him in his difficult situation. Being a firm believer in God, he wrote a letter to God, as he was the only hope in his despair. Lencho asked him to send 100 pesos to sow his field again and support his family till the next crop. The next likely question could be: humanity is a source of human existence. This is what we get to know after reading the letter of God, in which firm faith in God of a poor farmer and helplessness of the post office employees are aptly depicted thought. If they ask you to write a paragraph on the values in it in about 150 words, how would you write? First, the heading: Existence of Humanity. The story, A Letter to God, written by G.L. Fuentes, enforces our faith in humanity. After reading the story, we know that there still are people who help others without any self-interest. Here the postmaster and the employee lay an example of humanity and kindness for others. First, they all laughed at Lencho's letter to God because they knew that there was no such person, but they were really moved by Lencho's faith in God. They decided to help him to keep his faith alive and firm, even though it was not possible for them to collect 100 pesos, but anyhow they managed to collect 70 pesos and kept them in an envelope for Lencho. They signed on it God, the 3 words, except their own name. This act shows us the true picture of humanity and motivates us to be a noble and kind person. This is the most likely answer a letter of God, is the right example of CBSE topic, the first topic primarily in the new syllabus of first flight book, English literature. It is a philosophical aspect to know that there is an existence of God, the supreme power. This is a video which is virtual classroom and meant for all those underprivileged people who would benefit out of visiting my channel, author Abir Bhattacharya's All Poems, and do understand the chapter very well at home. Please keep a watch, and many more chapters of your subject will come down for the board exam of class 10 and 12. Thank you.